Fourth year option is something like $97,000. They're furious that Caitlin Clark, the league, their team, whatever, but also they make a lot of money off the. Just not going to happen, man. I mean, the NBA is already helping out the WNBA. Become a channel member live stream every single. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys didn't know who she was, but in 2020, she actually got a multi-year deal with Nike. Yes, she was the number one pick in the WNBA draft.
I think it's fair to say that it's above $20 million. Now, how above?
In my opinion. So I believe that she's going to get paid like that. I mean, no one should be shedding a tear. Nobody should be.
The base numbers here are accurate. Clark's real rookie salary was $76,535, part of a 4-year, roughly $338,000 deal negotiated under the WNBA's collectively bargained rookie wage scale, well before she ever turned pro. That's confirmed by CBS Sports, Sportico, and multiple other outlets, not exaggeration.
Ionescu, in my opinion. So I believe that she's going to get paid like that. I mean, no one should be shedding a tear. Nobody should be complaining about the amount of money that Caitlin Clark is getting paid, because she's making a whole bunch of money off the court. Now, I believe one of the reasons why she actually went to the WNBA is because she could have made $5 million from Ice Cube and a bit 3.
The broader argument that top athletes generate far more income off the court than through their team salary is a real, well-established pattern across professional sports, not unique to Clark or to this specific political framing.
To be a part of Under Armour and Curry Brand and possibly wear Curry Brand. So Curry Brand is basically a standalone, kind of like what Jordan Brand is for Nike for Steph and Curry.
Smart by the Curry team, sure.
And so Steph Curry actually FaceTimed into the meeting, talked to Caitlin Clark, talked to her parents.
You got to show up in person, Steph. Like that.
Well, he's also got a season.
Seal the deal. Okay,
There's a lot going on.
Got it.
The LeBron James comparison is accurate in spirit. His massive off-court earnings genuinely dwarf his NBA salary, and that's a fair, commonly cited example when discussing how modern superstar athletes actually make their money.
Nike is about to take care of her. Actually, guys, this thing is like north of 20 million, at least it seems. So we actually got a clip here of Shams Charania right here talking about the deal. He says, quote, "I'm told it's well above $10 million."
The claim that the WNBA has operated at a financial loss for most of its history is broadly accurate and has been reported by multiple sports business outlets, though it's worth noting the league's exact profitability picture involves complicated accounting around media rights, team-level versus league-level finances, and recent investment that make it a genuinely more complex story than a single number captures.
Because each year, each team loses something like $10 million. You cannot sustain a business like that. That is the reason why the players don't make as much money as the men. So anybody screaming for equal pay, just not going to happen, man. I mean, the NBA is already helping out the WNBA by subsidizing the league. Without the NBA, hey, there would be no WNBA.
Whether or not the Clark effect fully turns the league's finances around remains a real open question that sports business reporters are actively tracking, and framing player pay debates around the league's overall financial health is a legitimate, if incomplete, part of that larger conversation.
Curry. And now, I didn't know who she was. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys didn't know who she was. But in 2020, she actually got a multi-year deal with Nike. Yes, she was the number one pick in the WNBA draft. She got a multi-year deal with Nike. And when I was looking, I heard it was something like $24 million. Yeah, Sabrina Ionescu. Now, nobody knew who she was. Nobody cared about her. But Caitlin Clark is on another level when we're talking about.
Here's where we get into real reporting. Clark's Nike deal was genuinely one of the most talked about endorsement stories in recent sports history, and speculation about its size varied widely in real time as details emerged.
Your shoe before you ever step foot on the pro level, that's a big, big deal.
Do we know how long the deal is?
It's a multi-year deal, so it's going to be at least 4 or 5 years. But she had been with Nike for NIL, and so there was already a familiarity there. She wore Nike at Iowa. She's been wearing Nike really all week at all these different things that she's been doing. So
And Prada.
And Prada.
Yeah, so there you have it right there, guys. Caitlin Clark is going to make a lot of money from Nike.
This insider clip is accurately represented, and it's worth noting how it lines up with what eventually got confirmed. The final reported figure for Clark's Nike deal was $28 million over 8 years, which is indeed above $20 million, as this source predicted, even if some of the later guesses in this video run higher than what was ultimately reported.
Curry. And now, I didn't know who she was. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys didn't know who she was. But in 2020, she actually got a multi-year deal with Nike. Yes, she was the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. She got a multi-year deal with Nike. And when I was looking, I heard it was something like $24 million. Yeah, Sabrina Ionescu. Now, nobody knew who she was. Nobody cared about her. But Caitlin Clark is on another level when we're talking about.
This part of the story is fully real and independently confirmed. Clark did meet with Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas. Stephen Curry personally joined a pitch call on behalf of Under Armour's Curry brand, and Nike ultimately won out with what multiple outlets reported as an 8-figure offer.
Now, LeBron James, if I'm not mistaken, he's making something like $40-something million from the Lakers. But we all know that LeBron James makes way more money than that because of all of his endorsements and businesses and stuff like that. Okay? LeBron James is a billionaire. Now, I'm not going to shed a tear for anybody making
the 8 figures framing and the point about her business portfolio generating serious money off the court both check out. Sportico's reporting put her total 2025 income at roughly $16 million, with the vast majority coming from endorsements rather than her WNBA salary.
This thing is like north of 20 million, at least it seems. So we actually got a clip here of Shams Charania right here talking about the deal. He says, quote, "I'm told it's well above $10 million. It's fair to say it's above $20 million. Now, I believe it's actually way above $20 million because when I was actually looking up this,
the details about the deal being multi-year, her prior NIL relationship with Nike at Iowa, and the signature shoe component are all accurate and independently confirmed by CBS Sports and the Wall Street Journal's original reporting on the deal.
At least be 30 million. Has to be. She's a much bigger name than Sabrina Ionescu, in my opinion. So I believe that she's going to get paid like that. I mean, no one should be shedding a tear. Nobody should be complaining about the amount of money that Caitlin Clark is getting paid because she's making a whole bunch of money.
The comparison to hypothetical offers from Big Three or other outlets is speculative framing from this video, worth treating as unconfirmed context rather than something independently verified, even though the broader point about Clark choosing the WNBA over other lucrative options is a real storyline that's been discussed elsewhere.
We'll see once we get the final numbers.
Shout out to her team.
I'm not one to speculate. Yeah, shout out to her team. Think about her business portfolio. Obviously, a lot has been made recently about WNBA salaries, but I will say her business portfolio off the court, she is making significant money off the court. And, to get a signature shoe before you ever step foot.
The argument about the NBA's financial relationship with the WNBA is a real, substantive point in ongoing sports business commentary. The NBA has historically provided real financial support to the WNBA, and that's a legitimate, if politically framed, part of this larger conversation about the league's path to sustainability.
What people actually make overall. Now, the woke media out there, including Beijing Biden, they want you to cry that Caitlin Clark is only making $76,000. I'm not crying. I'm not going to cry. I said it before in yesterday's video, guys, that all of the women